Part 1, A Fateful Meeting. The story of Jane Austen and Tom Lefroy began in the picturesque countryside of Hampshire, England, in the late 18th century. Jane, a talented and aspiring writer, was the daughter of a clergyman, and she lived a quiet life in the village of Steventon. Tom Lefroy, on the other hand, was a spirited and witty law student from Ireland who had come to visit his relatives in Hampshire. He arrived in the winter of 1795, bringing with him a breath of fresh air and a sense of adventure. His arrival in the small village caused quite a stir. Jane, a keen observer of human nature and society, found herself captivated by Tom's lively spirit and sharp intellect. They met at various social gatherings, and the more they spoke, the more they realized they shared a deep connection, particularly in their love for literature and their penchant for witty conversation. Their encounters were filled with playful banter and intellectual discourse. Tom was charmed by Jane's intelligence, humor, and the sense of independence that marked her character. Jane, in turn, found herself drawn to Tom's free-spirited nature and the way he challenged the conventions of their time. As their friendship deepened, Jane began to confide in her sister Cassandra about her growing affection for Tom. Her letters during this period reveal the excitement and uncertainty that came with this new relationship. Tom, likewise, confided in his family about his fondness for Jane, referring to her as a very pretty, but not a beautiful, sick, girl. Their relationship, though vibrant, was far from conventional. Tom's prospects as a lawyer were uncertain, and Jane's family, while respected, did not possess great wealth or social status. The challenges of their disparate circumstances did not deter them, for their connection was rooted in a shared love of literature and a deep intellectual bond. Their time together was relatively brief, lasting only a few weeks, but the impact of their meeting would resonate throughout their lives. It was a connection that stirred Jane's creative spirit, inspiring her to write with newfound passion. The influence of her experiences with Tom can be seen in some of her later works, most notably in the character of Mr. Darcy in Pride and Prejudice. As winter turned to spring, Tom's visit came to an end, and he returned to Ireland to pursue his legal career. Jane and Tom parted ways, leaving behind memories of a fateful meeting that had left an indelible mark on their hearts. Part 2, A Love Left Unfulfilled. The departure of Tom Lefroy marked a turning point in the lives of both Jane Austen and Tom himself. Their brief but intense connection had left a deep impression on both of them, and as they went on to live separate lives, the memory of their time together continued to influence their respective paths. For Jane, the absence of Tom was a source of deep longing. She had found in him a kindred spirit, someone who shared her passion for literature and wit. Their intellectual discussions had fueled her creativity, and she channeled her emotions into her writing. In the months that followed Tom's departure, Jane wrote a series of letters to her sister Cassandra, sharing her thoughts and feelings about the young Irishman. These letters revealed her vulnerability and the depth of her affection for Tom. She wrote of missing his company and longing for the day they might be reunited. Tom, on the other hand, returned to Ireland to pursue his legal career. While he had developed strong feelings for Jane, the realities of their differing social and financial circumstances weighed heavily on his mind. He knew that a match between them would be seen as impractical and that his family's expectations for him were different. The distance between them, both physical and societal, began to take its toll. Jane's longing for Tom was met with the practical considerations that governed the choices of that era. Their worlds were far apart, and the obstacles to a lasting union were substantial. As time passed, Jane's writing continued to evolve. The experiences and emotions she had gathered during her time with Tom found their way into her work. Her characters and stories became more nuanced, and her novels reflected a deeper understanding of love, class, and societal expectations. While Jane's novels explored the complexities of relationships and the constraints of society, they also painted portraits of strong, independent heroines who navigated the challenges of their time. These heroines were in some ways a reflection of Jane herself, and her experiences with Tom had certainly left their mark on her art. Despite the passage of time, the memory of Tom Lefroy remained etched in Jane's heart. Her correspondence with Cassandra continued to reveal her longing for a love that had been left unfulfilled. The correspondence also revealed the enduring impact of their connection on her life and her work. In the years that followed, Jane would go on to achieve literary success, becoming one of the most celebrated novelists of her time. Her novels, such as Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, and Emma, would be cherished for generations, and her characters would become timeless icons of literature. As for Tom Lefroy, he would marry a woman named Mary Paul and pursue a distinguished legal career in Ireland. While his connection with Jane had been a brief and youthful infatuation, it had influenced the course of his life. He would later speak of his fond memories of Jane, acknowledging the impact of their meeting. Part 3: A Legacy of Love and Literature. The love story of Jane Austen and Tom Lefroy may have been brief and unfulfilled, but it left a lasting legacy that transcended time and continues to captivate the hearts of romantics and literature enthusiasts to this day. As the years passed, Jane Austen continued to write and craft her literary masterpieces. Her novels, known for their keen social commentary, wit, and strong, independent heroines, gained increasing popularity. It was clear that her experiences with Tom Lefroy had left an indelible mark on her writing. In Pride and Prejudice, one of her most beloved works, the character of Mr. Darcy is often seen as a reflection of the young Irishman she had once fallen for. The novel explores themes of social class, love, and societal expectations, drawing from the complexities of her own emotions and the realities of the time. While Jane never married, her works provided her with an enduring connection to the world of love and romance. Her novels were cherished for their ability to capture the essence of human relationships and the constraints of society, all while delivering the promise of love's triumph. Tom Lefroy, too, would go on to make his mark in the world. He pursued a successful legal career in Ireland and had a family of his own. His youthful connection with Jane remained a fond memory, a testament to the passionate spirit of his youth. The legacy of their connection was further immortalized by a letter written by Jane's nephew, James Edward Austen Lee, in the 19th century. In this letter, he shared details about his aunt's youthful infatuation with Tom Lefroy and their spirited meetings. This letter, along with Jane's own correspondence, sparked enduring interest in their love story. As the years passed, biographers and historians delved into their connection, seeking to understand the depth of their affection and the influence it had on Jane's work. Countless adaptations, films, and novels have explored the love story between Jane and Tom. Their brief but passionate connection has served as a source of inspiration for storytellers, allowing their romance to be reimagined in various forms. The memory of Jane Austen and Tom Lefroy continues to live on in the hearts of those who admire Jane's work and cherish the idea of love that transcends societal expectations. Their love story, though marked by distance and practical challenges, remains a symbol of the enduring power of youthful infatuation and its impact on art and literature. In the grand tapestry of love stories, the connection between Jane Austen and Tom Lefroy is a tale that reminds us that love, even in its most fleeting and unfulfilled form, can become a part of the rich tapestry of literature, inspiring generations to come. As their individual journeys continued, they each left behind a legacy: Jane, as one of the most celebrated novelists in literary history, and Tom, as a figure in a timeless love story that continues to be celebrated and remembered. And so, the love story of Jane Austen and Tom Lefroy endures as a testament to the enduring power of love and its ability to shape both lives and literature in unexpected and profound ways.